Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's all fan-friggin-tastic. I am experimenting today with the recorder that I purchased, the $50 recorder, not the $200 recorder, to see if I can get decent sound quality out of this. So hopefully today, this microphone is just a set piece. It's actually recording just in case the audio from this sucks, but I had intended to come down here. I think I told you when I bought the thing that I was going to come down here and make some things and record, and I didn't. And I told you the last time because I had left the SD card out of this, and whoops. So I just didn't feel like recording. I ended up making some things, and the whole point of that was to test this recorder, but also I plan on doing a project video soon on making these little craft baskets that sell really, really well. And they're just some of the crappiest pallet wood I've got pin nailed together. Like, they're really stupid simple, and for a few minutes of your time, you could sell one for probably 15 bucks, right? So I want to make that video, and I wanted to test, and I didn't. But similarly importantly, I posted the video Sunday on the headboard on the other channel. That's what I meant to say, not on the headboard. I've never posted anything on my headboard. On the other channel, which is just called Chevee, there's a link to it down below. I posted the video of the headboard that I recorded last summer, and so this is all it's all tied together. Basically, I bought this rig. I bought this iSteady Pro 2 action cam gimbal, and I bought a new 4K action cam so that I could get somebody to help me film down here. Instead of always having to have this tripod, moving around, locking it down, trying to get it, shot here, shot there, having it in my way, I decided to get this little guy so that I could have a camera person. I was hoping it would be M, but last summer it ended up being my youngest. A camera person here filming me so that I didn't have to worry about it. The problem is all of these little guys, not all of them, very few of these little guys have a place to plug a mic in so that you could get quality audio, and they all just have really crappy mics. And so though I was able to get decent audio out of this, especially I got great audio out of the tools, and I can get pretty good audio out of it if I'm holding it. Like, if it's this close to me and I'm filming like what's in front of me, I can get pretty decent audio. It sounds pretty good. But what I was trying to do was do some wide shots showing something on the workbench with this over there, and it just sounded horrific. So I filmed that whole project except for the end, and then I started to edit it, and I realized that none of the audio was usable, and I got frustrated and just didn't finish it. So while I was working on the edit last week and trying to get it finalized and trying to put together a story without all of the talking that I had done, I realized that, again, the reason that I didn't continue filming last year was the audio issue. And so I bought a little recorder. I bought this little Sony job. It's a Sony, I don't know, ICD PX370 audio recorder. And I just got this, I just tapped it. Sorry if that was loud. I just got a lapel mic that's a little better suited for it, hopefully. The one that I have worked, but it was this really short cord, and I'm afraid it's just going to, be a problem. So theoretically, between this setup and this, I'm like 90% of the way there. I can continue to make videos like the one that I released on Sunday without doing anything else. What I want to do is I want to get rid of this tripod because it's a 3-foot, it takes up a big footprint. And I want to either put it in a bucket or make some sort of rolling stand that's just a pole that I can put a shelf on to set this, or I can put a mount on to mount the camera, and that way I can roll it around the shop and I can get coverage wherever I'm at, on whatever tool I'm at, and get good audio because the audio is on me. Hopefully it'll all work out. This introduces a little tiny bit of an issue in a sense that the audio that's recording right now from this microphone and this audio, when I bring those files together, I have to sync it together. And so if you've ever watched like a movie or behind the scenes, you'll see the clapboard. That's the little thing that goes kapow. That is intentionally this loud snap so that you can sync audio tracks between cameras or between microphones or whatever. It gives a very loud, distinct signal. You can see it very easily when you're in your editor. The problem is it can be a little bit finicky to get everything matched up, and especially if I'm trying to record through this and I want to speed up or slow down the footage, then it gets a little weird. You kind of have to do a bunch of extra cutting and stretch both pieces at the same time. That being said, I'm currently using Shotcut, which I've been using now for, I think, over a full year now. I've been working with Shotcut, and it's the only editor I've been using for that amount of time. When I first started using it, it was a little bit awkward, but it's great now. And I haven't paid for Premiere Pro for, a year and a half or something like that. So in Premiere Pro, there's just a simple little 2-click sync, and it automatically syncs your audio. In Shotcut, you have to do it manually. It's not a huge deal. And I fought back against this sort of microphone thing for a long time because it's something that gets in the way. And I'm the kind of person that when something gets in my way, it severely reduces the chances that I'll do whatever it is I was hoping to do. And if coming down here and plugging this thing in and putting it on and turning it on, and then once I'm done with that, I have to take both devices upstairs and dump the audio, dump the video, sync those up. Because of all of those extra steps, I just won't do it. That's the reason why we have this microphone. That's the reason why I have an audio mixer feeding, so I can bypass the camera's crappy whatever. But for project videos, for stuff with this guy, I'm not going to be talking that much. And when I do, the edits for these kind of videos are so much bigger anyway, it's fine to sync the audio. And I think that I said a while back, I talked about the filming getting in the way of the making, and Carl from N20 made a comment of why don't you make the video be the project, and whatever you're making is just a side effect. And when he said that, it really kind of struck. So yeah, you're right. For me, making those videos, the video making part is fun. And I just need to focus more on that than on whatever it is I'm building. And so I think for me, the balance is going to be, I'm not going to record everything I make because that's not the point, right? There's times when I want to come just make something, and I'll just do that. And then there'll be projects that I want to share that I'll film. And hopefully it all works out. So I'm going to go plug all this in, test this audio, see how it sounds, see how I can adjust it or need to adjust it, that sort of thing in the future to make better project videos, and hopefully that'll happen. But if you haven't seen the headboard video, please go watch it. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. Leave a comment. That helps a whole lot for getting it to be boosted in the algorithm. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is ephemeral. It's an adjective meaning describes a short-lived condition, temporary event, or fleeting moment. There remain some truths too ephemeral to be captured in the cold pages of a court transcript. Irving Kaufman, Chief Judge, United States Courts of Appeals. Ephemeral. E-P-H-E-M-E-R-A-L. I always thought ephemeral was more like, I knew that it meant fleeting, but I always thought that was like spirit, like ghostly or an ephemeral being.